These games will change the way you see video games. And I won't really explain the games itself. I will explain the feeling that they create. That feeling that keeps you addicted, coming back for more and more. So if you're interested in a new game that will change the way you play, or just looking for a new game, believe me, it'll worth your time. I've invested something around 1,000 hours in each one of these games, and I'm not even close to stop playing or understanding completely its mechanics. That once you see a pair of tutorials, you will be on the other side and you will never come back. So let me try to explain the most addictive games I've known. As a quick note, the name of each game will be on the screen. And if you're not watching your screen at the end of the video, I will put all of the names. Some of the games that will appear are kind of honorary mentions, are games that don't cover what we're talking about, but they are really good games. Let's just admit it, some video games are just addictive. You will end up spending hours and hours and hours in the same game, grinding in League to get nowhere. Or you can invest your whole day playing the Hogwarts Legacy or something like that. But these games are different than what you are used to. They won't use the same mechanics that get you addicted to other games. We need to first talk about linear progression games. And the way they keep you playing, it's constantly rewarding you with something. Either you see on your screen quest completed, or you see victory at the end of the match, or lose in my case. They are constantly giving you dopamine, so you can keep and keep and keep playing. And the kind of games we're talking about today, they don't have this kind of progression. They are not like BioShock or Dead Space, where you go from point A to point B, you get something, then you receive another task, and you're constantly in this loop. The games I'm talking about are different, just built different. These are games that just left you in the middle of nowhere, like that South Park explanation. It's beautiful, by the way.
I don't get it. That's because you're thinking like a dad. Minecraft, it don't got no winner. It don't got no objective. You just building shit and seeing if other things can come and knock it down.
The issue with the games we're talking about are milestones, either in-game or personal. Let's divide these two. First, there's the in-game, like the dragon in Minecraft, or the rockets in Factorio and RimWorld, or the evil corporation in Satisfactory. These are supposed milestones we all do, but the beauty of these games comes from the personal milestones. For example, I just finished a basic depot in Minecraft, but it looked like shit, so I decided to make a train station so I can receive the whole materials of the map. Then I realized that I needed lots of rigs, which if I like exploring, I could just take a boat and river farm. But since I played Factorio, my brain's fucked. So I decided to make a brick factory which needed a mud factory, but then I needed materials to build out of this. After watching an hour of tutorials, and finally 5 hours, I was able to start building, and I fucking loved every second of it. And just think about it, this doesn't give me an achievement, doesn't give me a finished quest in my screen, or even get me close to the dragon. I just wasted like 12 hours because I did not like my warehouse. By the way, it worked perfectly. And here's just where the beauty of these games comes. Most of us grew up playing Halo, Call of Duty, maybe if you're younger Fortnite, so we're addicted to this hit of dopamine from constant achievement. But the games we're talking about today, even though they include some sort of these mechanics, if you really invest the time to understand the limitless of its mechanics, you start to develop beautiful pieces. If you like my failed beauty, give the video a like and a subscribe, please. And at the end, you just create this because it gives us something really hard to find nowadays, especially as an adult. You usually have your whole day busy, and everything you do is sort of a mechanical constant, just exist. Sometimes even the video games we play are this way. We're constantly bombarded with this idea. The lack of a real experience that needs us to think about what we're doing. But if you play the games we're talking about, you reach the contemplative state. I used to get this state when I was younger, playing with my brother in front of me. We used to play Minecraft for something like 8 hours, and at the beginning we were talking and talking and talking, and it get to a point when we were just like, yep, that's it. Yes, it worked. Just we understood each other because we were in the same exact spot, in the same mindset. And honestly, those are some of the best memories I have of my childhood. Factorio, Minecraft, Satisfactory, all these kind of games, after some hours, gives you a moment of looking into nothingness, of just enjoying the game by what it is. Just think for a second the last time you painted something, or make a draw, or read something. At the beginning you are kind of listening to the music or talking with someone, but it always gets to a point where you're absolutely invested in what you're doing. You are one with that moment, and that moment of contemplation only comes with some parts of the human experience. Just spending time doing the same nonsensical task again and again and again without really a point in itself. Just the fact that you know you need more iron or more cobblestone or more of any material to finish that one task you set for yourself, and just by yourself, and nobody gives a shit. And especially in the case of Minecraft, even though we were playing together, we have really different ways to play the game. My brother, he's more creative. He was building beautiful things, while I'm a mechanical player. I was creating machines so we can have more materials. It was like each one in his own temple. As idiotic as it sounds. The other games on the list are even worse. Are games that you have to be really patient to get the hang of it. And it's kind of the curve, the division between players that really like this state of mind and players that are just looking for fun, which it's nothing bad in itself. When you start in some of these games, you won't understand anything. In Rimworld, for example, just setting the task that each of the pawns needs to do, it's a chore in itself, and understanding it takes a bit of time. Satisfactory tutorial, if you can call it that, it's even worse. It's a chore by itself. It's you're playing an automation game, and the only thing it does is build with your hand. It helps you understand the basic mechanics, but it's really boring and weird at the beginning. But the payout is immense once you really get the hang of it and get into this specific mind state. You really can't compare it to any other state that a video game gives you. I guess what I'm trying to say is that these games are closer to artistic expression. And I don't mean that they're closer because they are better or more artistic. I mean that the feeling that they give you, the state of mind, it's closer to artistic expression. To this feeling of total focus, to this constant need to be creating something, to change the odds, to be challenged by the game itself, not so much challenged in the sense of having good reflexes or something like that. It challenges you the way a Sudoku does, like challenges your creativity, the way you can react to a problem. They also need you to understand how they work, how to appreciate them. You need to be able to understand its mechanics at its finest. And I've spent hours until hours in most of these games, and I'm not even close to understanding half of what you can do in some of them. I'm constantly even just abandoning the game every time I'm close to the end. Because I know I can build something better. I can start again and do the same exact process, but more efficient, more functional, more beautiful. What I'm trying to say is that besides the fact that these games are really addictive, and to be addicted it's an acquired taste. You have to give it time and effort. You should really give them a try. Are really beautiful games where you will be investing hours until hours doing stuff that gives you a sense of pleasure that won't come from the fact that you saw on the screen a little pop-up or that you pentakill someone. It's not that kind of pleasure. It's a pleasure of making something by yourself, to make something that you actually feel proud of. Well, the video ain't over, but I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe if you like my content. I will be uploading every other day of the week, and let's keep going. I don't know, what I'm trying to say is that these kind of games, the list it's now on screen, are not for everyone. Not everyone will enjoy them. If you are this kind of person, if you like the state of mind of absolute peace, at least for a moment in your day, I truly recommend you giving these games a chance. These are cheap games, you can find all of them on Steam, so give it a try. At the end, it's just my opinion around a topic that I really enjoy. Video games that I really love, and I have invested the time of my life into them. I wish more people invested into them. I wish more people really give them a try, because in gaming, or the actual market of gaming, doesn't really give these kind of games a chance. We're used to the AAA blockbusters that we're always playing, that we're always seeing, the 15 version of Call of Duty, the failed attempt of Halo. We're constantly overlooking these kind of projects. Projects that really have passion, that really have an effort put into it. And that's all I have to say about this. Have a good day and see you soon. Watch another one of my videos. See ya.